Zapstring. It's
Alright, hey you beautiful big kids, your boy Zatch, and welcome back to some more Wuthering Waves. Today we're going to be talking about the anniversary update and all the stuff they gave us. Not more so going over like a recap of everything, but more so just talking about the issues with the current anniversary and what they could have did better and what the actual good things are. So, there's a lot of mixed emotions going on right now with the community because, well, the anniversary is, in my opinion right now, it's okay. Like, I don't think it's shit, but I don't think it's like amazingly great. It's all right, So I have a list of things to my left that you can't see, but it's quite a bit. So very top of my list, right? It's the rewards aren't enough. Like the stuff is cool. Don't get me wrong, the stuff is very cool, but it feels more so that there's more for players who are either returning or new than there is for players who are, well, veterans and have been here for a while, who have really gotten the game to this point to where it could survive and things like that. So yeah, it does feel kind of one-sided in terms of the rewards, because I really do think they should give more for the players who have been here longer. I do believe that. Now, going down, because I don't know if I passed it yet. I haven't. Okay. All right, so this banner, this has mixed emotions that I've seen, mostly towards the negative, but I would say this for this first. This banner isn't meant for people to summon for every character. So for people who are saying that, it's a 10 character rerun banner and, they're trying to have it summon for 10 characters all at once, I don't think that's the intention. I think it's more so for people to, pick out the characters that they want to then finish out their teams. Honestly, just gonna be honest with you. I don't think the case was, oh, just big rerun, have people have FOMO. Yeah, I don't think that was the intention. I think it was for people to be able to, select characters that they were missing and then go for them. People said the only character that is missing is Shorekeeper, but damn, y'all are disrespectful to Camellia because she's also missing. Just saying she's not here also. So, now, I understand people wanted a 5-star selector, and I also know why people, one, feel that way, but also why they kind of expected it. Because I also saw the same leak that everybody else is thinking about. Now, me, when it comes to leaks, if I ever do see one, I don't even take them with a grain of salt. I just fucking ignore them. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you, because if I see a leak by accident, because I can't avoid everything, yeah, I just ignore it because it's not officially confirmed. And the leak said that you could either get a standard character or Jian, Yinlin, or Zhao, or one of their weapons as a selector. All right. And while that would be nice, again, it was a leak, so you have to really take that stuff with a grain of salt. This is why I don't like leaks, because people set expectations off of leaks, which you really shouldn't have. And that's only for the people who set their expectations off this. Now, would that have been a good reward? Very good reward. I honestly do think it would have been a great reward. But setting your expectations to that from a leak, never a good thing, just being completely honest. So, yeah. Now, if they would have, let me just pop this up. Actually, what did you private one? It's just a way to get to characters. Characters, set it to 5 stars. Now, if they would do, the standards and then plus Yinlin, Yao, Zeiji, Jinshi, and where is he? Oh yeah, Jian. If they just had those characters in a selector, honestly, I really wouldn't be that mad at it, because I think a selector with the 1.0 characters wouldn't be terrible. Honestly, I think that would be fair. I don't think people are greedy or stupid for asking for at least that, because yeah, anniversary, I would expect at least that, even though just talking about expectations. But most games give out like a selector or some shit, so I wouldn't expect anybody, but at bare minimum, that's not too much actually, because then that also fulfills the role of letting people finish out their teams from the 1.0 perspective. Going forward, looking at the wrong thing here, going to this. Also for this banner, I think the first character on both these banners, obviously the weapon banners are 100%, but these banners work like regular banners, so you would select the character you want, and then you would have a 50-50. If you lose a 50-50, you would get a standard banner character. If you win the 50-50, you get the character that you wanted. I feel like this banner, for both of them, honestly, the first character you select or the first 5-star you get should have been 100% guaranteed. Honestly, I feel like that would have been a better decision for this first anniversary banner. 100% guaranteed for your first character, and you are allowed to switch it out still, just in case you change your mind. But that first 5 stars is going to be whoever you pick. I 100% feel like it should be like that. 100%. Because again, it fulfills the role of what I think their intentions were of trying to flesh out teams for people who are either newer or veterans. I feel like that would have been better, and people would have, been willing to accept that a lot more. On top of like a standard selector, But anybody who thought you were going to get, no, real shit though. Anybody who thought you were getting either of these characters for free, you're wild, you're crazy, you're funny, you're a silly little guy. But yeah, going forward in my list, skins. I did put something about skins in here. Let's get to the skins. Where are the skins? I don't even know where the skins are. I know are the skins even in here? No, they are not. Oh wait, I passed it. There it is. All right, so for the skins are fire. Skins are cool. They're coming in the future, obviously, right? You can visit the... Okay, yeah. So you get the voucher in 2.3. So I think the voucher is a nice thing to make the skins a little bit cheaper. But on top of these skins, which both skins are absolutely beautiful and fine, I think they should have gave out another free 4-star character skin as well. Preferably a man, man skin. That'd be cool. Or hell, even a free skin for one of the standard banner characters, Give me Kalcharo on a thong right now. But, that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying that would have been another good thing for the anniversary is a free skin of some variety. Either a 4-star or one of the standard banner characters with a, skin. I think that would have been good. Now, as far as the events go, I think the events are fine. Honestly, I think the events themselves, like the content that is coming, is good and fine. In all honesty. And how about to say, honestly, in all actuality, it's fine. I think the actual content and events is good as it is. But... but I say this mostly because because this is a while, past, because I like to research, look into things and shit like that. But the main thing I saw were the rewards aren't enough. So people aren't even upset about the content that's being provided. It's the rewards that are being provided for this, update, this anniversary update. So again, I also think that the events are fine. Now we're gonna move forward. So when it comes to, let's see up here, pretty much the number of pulls you get off rip, even though these ones are a little bit later down the line. So if we do a little math here, give me my calculator. So we got the 10, and then we got the 5, and then we got this is the equivalent of like 3. Nah, that's more like 2. Yeah. So we'll give it a 2. And plus 10 more. And then plus 10 more. So around 37. If we take into account that you get 300 from Asteroid, that is 300 Asteroid from the redemption codes, and then from the update itself, from maintenance and stuff, it's around 600. So that's 900 Asteroid divided by 160, around 5 pulls. So around 42 for essentially more or less nothing for the most part. And that's not counting all the other events that will be coming. So, base 42 and then more with the events, but it could be a little bit higher. I think they could add at least 18 more, get us up to 60. I think that's reasonable. I think that's pretty reasonable, me personally. But that's where we're looking right there. Let's see what else is on the list. Yes. Where is this at? I like this, but I don't like it at the same time. Oh, it's not a picture. That's why my eyes went over it. Right here. No, is that it? New, yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. All right, so the flight thing, the new flight thing, skins for the glider or flight apparatus, whatever. It looks cool. It looks nice, but they are distracting us, my brothers and sisters. We must stay focused because flying is still not in every area. Just gonna put it like that. I feel like with this update, they should allow flying to be available in the 1.0 area because as of right now, it's still region locked. So yeah, that is something we all need to pay attention to, my brothers and sisters. Don't let them fool us. We must stay focused. Next up, the data modification with the Echo main stat. It's a good update. It's a good change. I like it. I think it's a good direction, but we're still lacking a way to either re-roll or change substats. I think that's something that we should be able to do as well because even though we can select our main stat, if that bitch rolled bad, we are still looking sad. So, on top of that, Echo XP is still an issue. I still think they should just make a stage specifically for Echo XP and not give you the Echo drops as well. Because if I can just get more XP itself, I honestly, I'd rather just do that. I'm just going to be honest with you. No ball cooldown's fire, though. And the glossary is also good. Let's see what else is on the list. Yes, so the PGR update was very similar to this. I do have a picture that I will put up for you guys because I play many gachas, so I see many things. But PGR first anniversary, gotta be specific about this. PGR first anniversary wasn't nothing too crazy, it was like a multi and a cake. So yeah, the first anniversary wasn't that crazy. So it's not that, different from what's going on right now. But that being said, that was in the past, this is now. You should change with the times and not stick with what you did originally in your other game. Different dev teams, so I don't know, but the communication channels are still open. They could have took some advice from them, but also they can look around and just see that players aren't happy, which is also why they actually did open up a feedback channel for the anniversary, which is now closed. It wasn't up for that long. I think people said it was open for like an hour, so hopefully some good advice got in there, and hopefully they take that feedback that did get through and they make changes, because again, the rewards can always be better. Well, they should be better. Up next, the collaboration with Cyberpunk Android Runner. I'm happy because I can see my man David and Lucy coming 100%. I can see them both being 5-star characters, and then they could just, they could just throw Rebecca in there, as a 4-star, just because why not? Honestly, me and my friends talking about it earlier, and we can definitely see David and Lucy, and then maybe Rebecca as a 3-4-star. But yeah, no update. In terms of the collaborations fired, too bad it's all the way in the future, a year later. So that's one part that sucks. Is I hate when they announce collabs and they're so far away, because it just, the hype is going to die down and it's going to start to build back up once it gets closer. But still, it just sucks that we know, but it's not here. But it is what it is. Nice to know that's coming though. And then the character, the it's down. I remember it's down. So these two beautiful big heads. Zany and Caconia. See, I can say her name and I can see her. Yeah, they're both good, it would seem. Zany does deflects, like counterattacks, also making Spectral Frazzle go off instantly. So that's cool. Her little fiery blazing mode is badass and she looks hot as hell. And then Caconia is literally what you need to go for if you want to make Arrow Rover work. It's just point blank and simple. If you ain't got Phoebe, you might as well go for Caconia, because she will make Arrow Rover really good. Like, she is their best partner, 100%, because she can apply Spectral Frazzle and Arrow Erosion on enemies, so she will work well with the new set. And she also buffs Arrow Erosion damage and arrow damage, so yeah, she is really good for Arrow Rover. So she kind of, if you want to use Arrow Rover, it's kind of like a must, more or less, if you ain't got Phoebe. So yeah, just putting it out there. But hey, she's cool. She got clones. I don't know if the clones can actually distract the enemies, similar to... Ooh, names are Alto. There it is. It's similar to Alto. But, we'll have to wait and see. But the QTE ultimate is pretty cool. But I don't see... In most instances, I don't see why you wouldn't use her with Rover 1, but also 2, why you wouldn't just constantly put down the Spectral Frazzle. Because then you can run a team of Arrow Rover, Caconia, and Zany together. Because then either Zany or Rover can, take advantage of what she's doing with Spectral Frazzle. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, that is everything, I believe. Yeah, that's my entire list. Hopefully Kuro takes the feedback. That's all I can really say at this point, because again, they did allow for some feedback on the anniversary stuff, because at the bare minimum, they do listen. Some people are speculating that they did this on purpose so that they could then take advantage of people giving quote unquote feedback to then get praised for listening to the team, the player base. But we'll see. At the end of the day, all I really care about is that they do right by the players, they do right by the players. That's all I want to see at the end of the day. So hopefully, again, they listen. Hopefully we can see better rewards, but then also hopefully they change the anniversary banner to at least be 100% for the first character you pull for both banners. But anyways, that is the video. I hope it was informative or helpful in some way, shape, or form. I will see you beautiful big heads in the next one. I love you guys, and bye-bye.